Hey, if you are part of the Dusty BC notification squad, then you know that in about 30 minutes, the Spark snapshot is going to be. So let me quickly tell you guys exactly what is about to happen. And even if you're watching this video a little bit later, it's still going to be important to know exactly what happened, because a question I saw pop up a lot of the time was, how much will Spark be worth? Well, will I be able to sell it or where? And more stuff regarding that. Like, will I have money instantly? Will I have to pay taxes? All of that is going to be discussed right in this video. Stay watching. It's going to be important. But also, if we can get 1,500 likes within 24 hours, you already know, we're giving away 250 XRP. 3 simple steps. Make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. That is it. Having said that, guys, let's dive into the first very cool part, which is talking about what exactly is happening in about 30 minutes, which is a snapshot. If you thought I was going to say airdrop, I already got you, all right? Because what's going to happen at 12 UTC is a snapshot, a picture of your XRP, and according to that, you'll be rewarded Spark in due time. Since the airdrop is talking about money, or Spark in that sense, actually being given to you, but that's not happening instantly, all right? This snapshot is the start of it all happening, but that's not the exact time you're going to get any Spark at all. We don't know exactly when that's going to be because it's yet to be determined. So, important thing to understand, you, once this date has been announced, are going to get 15% of the Spark instantly, and then over the next 25 to 34 months, you're going to be given between 2 and 4% of the remaining Spark that you had. So that's about 3 years or so. Most exchanges, to comply with Sparks or Flare's rules, had to accept that they had to keep airdropping you this money every single month for a certain time, but even if one of them were to stop earlier, it'll most likely be because all of them decided to stop earlier, because Spark, or actually I should say Flare, has also said that they'll be stopping maybe a little bit before 100% if it is so that they cannot draw another 4% at maximum out of it. The average of all these 25 to 34 months should be, again, 3% a month to equal to 85% in total. The thing is, however, it can be that they're a little bit below that or a little bit above a month before, so they have to kind of cut it a little bit earlier, right? If they were to, for example, get 4% every single month, then it may just be 25 months instead of 34, but if they are, if the percentage is just a little bit annoying, it can be that 1 month is cut off from the total. But as a couple of you guys have said on Twitter already, a lot of you guys will already be out of the space when this airdrop ends, which is also an interesting thing to consider. And then, before we get into taxes, let's quickly talk here for a second about the price. Since I just saw a video which kind of hyped me up and then kind of let me down about Spark already hitting a $1 valuation on some places. This video is from Moon Lambo, and as you can see here, a tweet by Broderick Tyler showed, WTF, Spark is $1. This popped up for the XRP I have on Celsius Network. And the thing which Moon Lambo says here, and which is quite logical with, I don't know, like a freaking 6 IQ, is that this is just a display. This says nothing at all. They can still change that forever how long they want. And I don't really think this does anything. And also, this guy just publicized his holdings then? Does he have 64,000 XRP then? Because, I mean, that's showcasing something. And also, if it were to be the case that it's $1 at the start, that's going to be a very heavy tax bill, because that's exactly what I want to get into right now. The thing is, you shouldn't see these taxes as a bad thing, like Mr. B said here. Not claiming your Spark because you don't want the tax liability is saying you never want to hit the lottery because of the tax liability. You only pay taxes when you make money, so it's good to pay taxes. Better to give 30% on average, or something like that, to get 70. And the thing I'm thinking with that is, that's only the case, of course, if you're actually making money on this one. Because the reason I'm thinking that this may not be that nice, or you may kind of want to skip out on it, is because what if you get this Spark, right? You get it, and from that point on forward, the price only and only deteriorates. Because I don't know what your tax system in your country looks like, but in my opinion, if this were to be airdrop, for example, the 31st of December, like 1 day before the year's end, that means that in 2020, you got extra money, which either could count as income or at least as capital, which you're going to have to pay taxes on. So, at least, again, every country will be different, so don't use this as general guidelines. Don't use this as financial advice. I'm just thinking out loud here. So that would be actually very annoying because, well, you'd have extra money, yet we all know as well that the price could keep going down for a little while before going back up, or it may be spiking at the moment that you get it, the same second, and then after that it's going to deteriorate, or, the moment you get it, it's very low, then after 1 second it goes up like crazy. I don't really know exactly what's going to happen, but a lot of things are possible, and a lot of these things could be a very annoying taxable event, in my opinion, especially if you don't know exactly what to do. And once more, if it's a lot of money at first and then it goes down, because let's say it is $60,000 when you get it, but a couple of hours later it's only $30,000, then you have a net loss of $30,000, which can be deducted from your other things, right? Because you have a capital loss in that sense, which is a positive thing. However, to really put this down into all your tax administration is very annoying, especially in my opinion, if you were to get airdropped this Spark at, for example, let's say the freaking small portion of a penny, very small portion, and all of a sudden it goes up to a higher amount, right? And you want to cash out, so you pay. I don't really know exactly where I want to go with this story. The point is, I just think this tax thing can get pretty ugly if you mess up or if you don't know how to do it properly, because it may still be a lot of money that you have to kind of tell your government about, or tell the IRS, or explain at least. You guys get me what I'm trying to say? If, for example, there are some huge spikes in the value of Spark and it goes to, for example, really $1 per coin, and you cashed out some but not all, and then they kind of want to know everything about you, right? Like, when did you get it? And if this happens every single month, you're going to have to get a whole freaking administration going now for all your Spark money. Maybe you don't have much going, so this is not a problem. Maybe you do and you're going to forget. I'm just thinking, this may be very cumbersome, especially if you only, for example, have 20 XRP, right? And you have a whole freaking tax. I don't know. I don't think they're going to tax you if you only have 20 XRP, but you guys get the story, right? If you don't have that much and it all stays in that low of a ballpark, you're going to have to keep up with your taxes. I just think it's a very cumbersome process that may not be worth it for some, but, all I've said just now is just a kind of a best or worst case scenario, because I personally think everything will be fine. Again, for all of these things, it's only a good thing. I mean, it's free money anyway. There's literally nothing that you need to do. No effort has to be put in if you have it on exchange. So why doubt it? Why be scared? Why hate? Why not claim it? Because the worst case is you're going to have to pay capital gain tax. But it's free money, as I just said before. So the only thing you have to do then is figure out how to pay it. Because, no, I'm going to say actually worst case is you pay 100% of your money. That's all you can do. If you have a net loss, capital gain loss, I mean, that means that you got this money at a higher price and then it went down in value, then that's deductible for your other capital gains, right? Because it will all even itself out. So that's actually a very positive thing then. You would kind of have to hope that the moment you get it, it's very, very, very high. Like, I'm talking really $1 high, because let's say you do have this 60,000 Spark or XRP that this guy was talking about. Then what kind of happens is, well, if this $60,000 drops to 1 cent, then you at one point got $60,000. You lost $60,000 because it went to, 6,000. So you lost, let's say, 55,000 or whatever. So now your net capital gains is minus 55,000, and you then kind of write that off over your other taxes. You're in, a very good, I don't know, I think that would be very profitable. But if I'm doing something wrong, could very well be. I'm not a tax advisor, I'm not a legal advisor, not a financial advisor, nothing like that. I'm just a random guy on the internet talking about random stuff that he knows nothing about. So don't take this as financial advice. I'm not your dad, not your accountant. Keep it in consideration. All right, moving forward though, further. Here was Iron Halo saying, me reading Twitter posts with people wishing into being Spark token. People wishing into being Spark tokens worth anywhere from 20 cents to $1 when it is distributed, and not a fraction of a cent, which most people think. And then the Leonardo DiCaprio face, because he doesn't follow me back. All right, that's gonna be a painful unfollow. The thing is though, there's a high chance that it's just gonna be a couple of cents. And we still know exactly when we're going to be receiving it. I checked out on the Ledger official page, but the only thing you can see is the Ledger snapshot date, but you can't see the official Ledger airdrop date, which is a very important one, but still to be determined, as I've said before. Then, moving on further, XRP whale population hits its all-time high ahead of the Spark airdrop. As I've said before, people are buying in because of this, and they'll most likely either sell right after Spark has been snapshotted because, well, they have no incentive to join anymore, or they'll just stay because, well, they like the coin. All right, it's not like all these people really now just only got in because of Spark. That's BS. If somebody's told you that, you better, I don't know, just wash their eyes with some bleach like I've always been telling you guys to do, because that stuff sounds very freaking dumb. People only getting into XRP because of Spark is really freaking stupid. It's not like it's the lottery. It doesn't work that way. Everybody's getting exactly the same thing. Everybody's getting some money, but it's most likely such a very little amount where if you, for example, are willing to put down $100 into buying some more coins, you can most likely buy yourself coins worth 100,000 XRP. You guys get that? I'm talking 100,000 XRP being airdropped for Spark is 100,000 Spark. You'll most likely be able to buy that with just $100, for example. So you yourself buying 100,000 XRP for something like that is a little bit overkill, because that's $60,000 that you're buying worth of XRP, or $55,000 for maybe $100 worth of free money. Yeah, I don't think people really do that. All right, so these guys who are getting into are either buying into the technology, so for example, Spark being this new DeFi realm upon XRP, which again, they won't leave now that the Spark airdrop has happened, or they're just buying XRP for XRP. Because people really buying in for Spark, I've really considered this a couple of times, it's just stupid. People aren't doing that. It's too little money for such heavy measures, I kind of find. And if it is so, then it's just a small amount of people. But consider this. If Bitcoin were to take a very big hike of 15% today, there's no question that XRP would go up like amazing. So that's that. And then how will the Spark airdrop affect XRP's price? Once more, guys, most likely nothing will happen regarding Spark. We've been hyping it up, but we are just small fries, small fish in this freaking whale-infested ocean. We do not matter. Even if you have 100,000 XRP, you as an individual do not matter unless we were to all have 100,000 XRP and we're all doing this, then yeah, all right, it does matter. But as of this point, even if we have a combined 4 million XRP, it ain't going to do nothing. It's going to do nothing. So please don't think that all this hype in the community is doing something, or that we can make the prices change, because we cannot. All right, we cannot do that. And most likely nothing is going to be happening. But hey, maybe I'm going to be surprised. Maybe. And then a quick mention once more of this Apollo FinTech gold secured currency. I've been talking a lot about it, I know. But that's, again, because you guys have been telling me to look it up or check it out. And once more, I'm not a native English speaker, so don't quote me on all this this misspelling or missaying that I'm doing. The important thing is I checked it out, and even though they have a lot of allegations of being a scam, whenever you ask them questions, the team directly, they have a very good answer to everything, at least for my questions. I'm going to be asking the founder every single question that you guys have, that you put in the comment section or in Discord, preferably Discord. I'm going to relay that all back to those guys to get my answers. Right now, I'll put a little bit of money in because there's kind of a time pressure. If you guys check out the link down below, when you press the buy GSX, or check the link down below, you, by the way, get 5% extra coins. You'll see there's like an extra that you get every so often, and it's going to be lower and lower and lowering. Just check it out and you'll see exactly what I mean. The extra is going to deteriorate piece by piece. But when I check their white paper and geological report, the thing is, once more, if they say, oh no, sorry guys, if they do what they say, if they can come up with all that they've promised us, this is one of the craziest opportunities of a lifetime. It's going to be amazing. And this whole document here is theoretically, again, a theoretical paper, but it's talking about what land they have in Zimbabwe where they're mining gold and stuff like that. And it's going to be verified, and they're going to be buying more. And this is the sample of what they had in terms of yada yada land and stuff like that. I've read everything, of course. I've checked it all out. I've done my own due diligence, which I recommend you guys to do too. It's looking pretty damn juicy. All right, it's looking like a pretty good investment, a pretty good allocation of my money. But that all depends on if they can pull through with what they plan to do, which, again, I cannot promise. So once more, just check it out, link down below. I put some money in, not a crazy amount, but definitely some, because if they manage to do it, yeah, it's going to be a crazy ROI, because it's a gold-backed stablecoin. That stuff is crazy if you start to consider it, especially considering the fact that this stablecoin is based on how much their assets are, right? So theoretically speaking, if they keep reinvesting, we're also going to get dividends, by the way. That's, again, what they said, not, I don't know. I'm just reading what it says on the webpage. It will only become worth more, which is, again, crazy to me. Security? I don't know. Any bigger problems? I don't know. I'm just checking it out and relaying it to you guys. I bought some, so you guys know that. I got some, and I might buy a lot more, might not. I'm still talking with the team, but once I get all my answers, man, am I going to go heavy on this one if it is positive. But right now, though, yeah, it's got my approval. It's a pretty cool project, pretty cool idea, and I definitely think it's worth checking it out at least. Link down below.